This is the lowest
Let's
setting
do
of
it.
the heat.
Yeah, it's hot, right? You can make it warmer. Yeah,
No, I just try to make it just a little bit less. Like the window down is good.
Back up a little bit. All right.
I was just saying because like my core is over.
I passed you. How stressful was that for you, Bob?
It's just disorienting when the G-forces in the car are delayed from what I'm seeing. It's better than having it be totally separated, but like it's very disorienting. When I'm watching the screens, it's not like I'm seeing the screens like flow. It's like my eyes are expecting things to go like this, and
But your
they're not.
body's getting pushed around.
Yeah, my body's all over the place, and my eyes are expecting to follow, but nothing is moving.
That's crazy.
So it's just really disorienting.
Gonna get real wild here, guys. You were holding up pretty well, right, Bob, in the seat?
Yeah, it was great. It's actually really good. I just need to remove my ears from my
Right
head.
there, we got about 30 seconds.
As I've shown previously, I'm going to be trying to focus more and more on this cinematic direction, and it's always been my primary area of focus. I just haven't had the time or energy to push into it in the past. And so this is really just a test run with these guys. I'm going to be working with them in the future, as well as a couple other sports people, to try and make everything better, just to make it easier to operate the quad in this sort of a fashion. And that means working with software, hardware, camera systems, as well as hopefully GoPro and or Insta360 to try and make all these systems just easier for us to do all this stuff. So just a couple of tips or some issues that I had flying from a car. This is not new. Obviously I'm not doing anything original here, but it's something that I have done in the past, and I know that a lot of people get nauseous or wheezy in a moving car, looking at a screen or trying to read or doing any kind of activity that involves your eyes looking at something different than what's actually happening on the road, or even people just sitting in the passenger seat. I don't know why. I actually do get nauseous and dizzy if I kind of shake my head too much, or if I go on roller coaster rides that are too spinny. I didn't used to when I was younger, but now I definitely do. But somehow I don't actually get nauseous when I'm in a car flying a quad and the car is moving about. And in this particular situation, we're chasing a biker in a car, and a biker can kind of change directions quickly because it's just one person on a bike. But a car needs to kind of throw its weight around on this windy road going downhill. So it actually was screeching and squealing around the road. I just didn't have any of that footage because I just used whatever footage I had to put together this little mini behind the scenes kind of look. But basically, I had my seat all the way forward, my seatbelt on the lock mechanism and pulled all the way tight, and I was bracing myself against the footwells, and I had the heater on full blast pointing directly at my fingers, because if my hands get even a little bit cold, they get stiffer, and I need to stay loose to be able to kind of hover the controller in my hand and tolerate these bumps and twists and rolls and moves. And on this quad, it's a 6S quad. It's using 2306.5 motors with 1880 kV, so it's pretty high kV. And I was using it on 4S. So this is a downhill run, and I was actually able to get 8+ minutes of flight time from a 1300 milliamp 4S battery, because we're going downhill. I'm chasing a biker. Speeds are around 45, 50 miles per hour. There were some instances where I did top out the quad and I couldn't quite keep up with the bike, but that's perfect in my opinion, because the amount of range that I had on the stick to work with was immense. Like if I was running 6S on this quad, I wouldn't even be able to go above half throttle, and I would just blow past the biker. So this is what I'm talking about, trying to make things easier to run. So I use the props, and I use motors, and I use the quad, everything. I'm trying to make it easier for me to operate. So while this does make me look like I might be a amazing pilot, but I honestly don't think I did that great of a job in this run. It really was just a first test run. It's because the quad was just so much easier to use, and the control systems that I have been trying to work on with the flight code people is part of that. It is making this a lot easier as well. I'm not using it here, but I have been testing it, and it's going to make this stuff a lot easier. So other tips that I can give is, yeah, that's pretty much it. This is a really, really fun thing to do, and this is a really short video, and thanks for watching. Take care. Floss your teeth. Bye-bye.